to be here this afternoon. And I did not bring the sun, but yay for the sun, right? You know, one of the fun things about being governor is to celebrate with communities who've been through a lot and are looking to the future and are accomplishing so much together. So for the invitation to be here today, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. So thank you for the opportunity to be here today. You know, in celebrating the progress that we're seeing here in the present moment, we always, and I don't even have to say this thing, we all have to remember the context of why we're here and what happened 5 years ago. We're here because, you know, the worst happened, but we're here today because the best is happening. And the way the community has come together and the advocates you have here locally, Commissioner Buck, and I also have Commissioner Buck, and she has my number. She calls me, Representative Harvick, and everybody who's here, elected, not elected, engaged with your community. You are creating something amazing here out of very, very difficult times, and it is because this community knows resilience, knows creativity, and as you've been hearing, the McKenzie Community Land Trust is an incredible partner for the state, for this community, for future growth, and it makes me proud to be your governor. Your success today is a testament to community-led recovery. There's no other way to do it. And we haven't figured it all out, but when the community leads, amazing things happen. And with the McKenzie Community Land Trust, the way you are taking on recovery and coming up with those ideas for future success and future resilience and sustainability of this community is truly, truly a model for the rest of the state. And we are learning from what you are doing here in this community. And we are learning as a state by the questions you ask, the concerns you raise, the frustrations you share, because we are all learning how to do recovery together here in this state. Everyone here today is part of the recovery story of the McKenzie River Valley. This is my first visit to Blue River. I cannot wait to come back. Haven't been to every corner of our state yet. It is lovely to be here. And I want to be here when Melanie's store reopens. And when the folks here are shopping at that store and we should all go buy a brick, I need to know where to find how to buy a brick. And people are going to be in the parks, roller skating on this macadam. Actually, I was thinking hopscotch, actually, where you can take the chalk out and jump around, because that's what that means for the kids who are going to be here. Here in the state, I think we have really gotten so much better at the emergency response and what happens in that first 72 hours or those first 2 weeks, but we are still learning recovery here in the state. And what I love about this today is that you were showing the rest of the state how to do it, and that is really needed. And when I visited here in my first year coming in as your governor to listen to the community here in the McKenzie River Valley, I did not forget those stories. And we keep asking the questions about how we can make recovery work for communities. And I always come back to what's happening here in the McKenzie. And with the Land Trust, we have some keys to that future sustainability that we need. This blueprint is very important for the state. Building recovery partners around the state is really important. We are engaged right now in building a plan for a resilient Oregon. And just so you know, funded with some of the dollars that the federal government requires us to spend from a disaster from 5 years ago to plan for the future. So we are engaging across the state with communities about how we plan to be ready or more ready for the next time around. How do we support our small businesses? How do we get those dollars out the door early so things can be ready so when the federal government comes in, we can build right away? Those are things that we are learning together. And your leadership here is invaluable. And so if you sometimes think if you live in a small community that no one hears you or no one cares, I'm going to tell you that is wrong. Because you are doing things that are going to help us across the state do disaster recovery so much better. And I was actually getting a little teary-eyed listening to everyone speak. The partners who have come forward, Dev Northwest, your construction partners, the foundations who have helped fund this, the folks who are going to live here, all of those things are what I think it means to be a state that cares for each other. Oregon is a very special place, and we come together when things are hard, and we do amazing things, and that is what we are seeing today. No one does this alone. You probably all have that little pit of you like, oh yeah, I did this, or I did that, or I did 3 or 4 different things. Whatever, you all did something to bring us here today. Because real recovery depends on local leaders, community-driven solutions, and partnership. Lots of it, especially when money is tight. So as we go forward, 5 years after the Holiday Farm fire, you're teaching all of us a critical lesson. I couldn't be more happy to know that this is just the beginning of your housing development that you're working on. We're going to bring jobs back to community as well, because at the end of the day, this is about economic development writ large, and to have the community land trust available to help with business development as well, commercial properties, that's a game changer. So one of the things I want you to know as your governor that I'm going to be with you. Call me, Commissioner. People have my number. Like we don't have it all figured out. But when we ask the question, say, can we do that faster? Can we do that easier? Where can we find that little bit of money to go to the next thing that we know is absolutely essential for a community? Me and my team are going to be with you. Because I want the Blue Rivers of our state to thrive. And you are doing that with so much grit, with so much brilliance, with so much love and compassion for each other that, as your governor, I just really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for everything you've done. And to have new homes and have people moving in, well, that's just like the cherry on the sundae. That's amazing. So thank you for allowing me to speak today. Can't wait to check out the homes and can't wait to come back. So thank you all and congratulations on these new homes. Appreciate it.